Hi everyone, Grey Power 60 here. I'm just having my evening tea. Mom just went to bed. I'm just checking to make sure she's okay. She had a pretty busy day today. And I started sneezing just before I started recording. Tonight I just want to show you a few little things that I've been working on. Nothing spectacular. I was just playing around and I made this little mini book. I'm going to stand up so I can see it in the monitor here. And it's just one of those little books, a little mini book. I thought it was kind of cute. I wanted to try it. I hadn't made one in a long time, but they just sit, oh, I'll just put it here. They just sit so cutely on your desk. You can put, you know, words on here and so on and so forth, but I didn't. So I was playing around with that. And then I wanted to try my hand at some of these, what do you call these things? Oh my God, my brain is dead. I'm tired. Been a long day. Anyway, these pinwheel things, whatever they're called. And I was playing around with them and I put some edging on here to give it, you know, something. I just was playing with some Christmas strips that I had. And then I actually made a teeny little, a tiny little one here. I thought that was kind of cute. It was fun. I just had a small strip and I thought I would try it. So I was watching a couple of videos and they were doing things and I thought I would try one or two things. Now let me get these little foam pieces back because I want to talk about those too in a minute. So we'll just put all of these little foam pieces there with those there. I can't remember who it was doing large matchbook paper notepads. So they were making it bigger. This is just regular copy paper or printer paper. And they were making them bigger and they were making, and I can't remember. I don't know if it was Dina, if it was somebody else. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But it comes from another idea, and I've made these before. So I made a couple of them just for fun, just to play around with it and try a couple of different sizes. I think I tried a couple of different sizes. And yeah, this one here, which is a real pain in the butt because I put my staples up too high, whereas these ones here are down low, which is where they should be. And then I just put Meet Me Under the Mistletoe on the front. And then this is a larger one that I made. And again, I put the staples on the bottom, but I covered them both sides with some matching paper from the same. Now this one, I really should cut that down because it's still a bit long. And I also put paper on this side, but I shouldn't have because it's made it way too thick. So we learn from our mistakes and what we do. And that is what I did here. And this one, I used one of those poinsettia that I got from the Dollar Tree. I think it was Dollar Tree, Dollarama, I don't remember. This packaging here. I just wanted to decorate it. And then I found in my stash all of these foam. There's trees and snowflakes. There's some glittery ones. I got lots of stuff in here. An ornament. Can't talk. A little snowman. There's lots of little things in here. I think there's one or two stars. Anyway, so that's what I used to back that on, and I just put it on here. I just thought it was kind of a cute idea. Just gives me some ideas. When I'm playing around with stuff and I'm trying to do things, I usually just come up with some ideas. I was watching, I wish I could remember And maybe if I bring it up in my history here, I might find it very quickly. She was making hats. Oh, yeah, here it is. Wendy Lee Designs and Crafts. Let me check. Sorry. April 20th. So she did it in April. And she was making little hats. Now, let me see if I turn off the sound here. I'm just going to close it for a second. And let me just show you the screen for a moment. Sorry, I'm going to move you. All right, there's the screen, and those are the little hats that she made. So if you go to her YouTube channel, Wendy Lee Designs and Crafts, she'll show you how she made those. Now I'm going to try and put this back down and maybe straighten it out. Anyway, what she was using is foam discs, about 1 inch. These are 1 inch discs, but these I punched these out with my 1 inch hole punch. I use that thing a lot, and I punched out my watercolor paper. I had a piece of paper, and I punched out, and some of them, of course, were crooked, but it doesn't matter because of what I did with them. But what she was doing, in order to make the hat part here, she was using 2 1-inch discs that were like 1/8 of an inch, so she used 2 of them. Well, I don't want to buy discs just to make a hat, so I came up with this idea. I don't know how crazy it is, guys. I just come up with stuff sometimes. So at first I was looking at it and I was going, well, I could glue a whole bunch of them together and, you know, try and come up with something is about this size, because I think this is a perfect height here. And do you think I can remember now? I'd have to take the ribbon off and check it out. But I think what I did is I glued like a couple together. Even these ones here that are cut wrong, you know, sometimes you're going to the edge of the paper and you cut them wrong. Like, I don't throw those away. See, I got a whole bunch of them. You can, I think I put 3 together, I think. You can experiment. So I glued 3 together. I just used regular glue. I think I even used this clear glue here, the children's glue or whatever it is. Let's just do it for fun, so I'll show you. I just put a little bit of glue on, and using my hand just to make sure. The other glue is better. My Tombow is much better because it dries faster. But it doesn't matter, whatever kind of glue. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on here. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm not looking at the monitor. Okay, and I'm just using my fingers to roll it around just to make sure that they're all even together. Okay, so I got 3 of them. Excuse me. I don't think I'm allowed to talk on YouTube anymore because I keep coughing. Actually, before I started filming, I was sneezing my head off. It must be something that's outside that's coming in the house. Anyway, so there's 1 disc. And then I took another one. I think I took 3 pieces. How many did I do here? 3? And see, they're not quite dry. Little monkeys. I should have used, I'll use the other glue because it's faster. But I mean, if you're doing this at home, you can use any kind of glue, whatever you want. I'm just doing it so that they'll stick together. Let me just, and I'm just putting a little bit on it. Like, you don't really need a lot because you're going to be attaching them all together. Let's use one of these, and I'm just pinching them, giving it a chance to dry. So I got 3 on that one. Do I have 3 on that one? Maybe I got 4. I don't know. I don't know. Then I took my what do we call this tape? Pop-up tape? I don't know, whatever we call it. And I just put that in there. And I took off this little son of a gun. Then I put this, now see, this glue is not, this other glue is not adhering quickly enough for me. And so I must have done 3. I must have done 3. Let's do 3 again. Dee, 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 dee. Let's just get them together. Do them a little bit more. As I say, you don't need much because it's all going to be adhered together. Okay, so I got 3 here. So I take another, it's gonna dry fast here. Take another strip. I don't know how long that is, maybe ½ an inch, whatever. Put it on there, take it off, and put it on the top. And again, using my hand before they glue together, I kind of hold them and then squeeze it. Yep, that's what I must have done. I think I did 3. It depends on the thickness of your paper, you know. You can experiment with that. And then when you look at it, they're almost identical size. Now, because you're gonna put ribbon or something around it, let me see if I got another piece of, yep, ribbon handy here. I'm using the red. Let me try a different color. Do I have anything? Do I have one that I haven't opened yet? I'm bad at that. So we're going to, I hate opening these things. I really, they should have a little piece of tape on there that you can just, I don't know. How many of you have trouble with this? Like you're looking for the edge, or do you have a trick? If you have a trick, please share it in the comments below, please. See, I keep getting the ribbon. I hope you can see this. Here it is. Let's see. There we go. Finally got that piece off. Jeez. The struggles. I'm just gonna snip a piece off here. And all you have to do is just glue it on. Now, if you use this, what is it? 3/8 of an inch. If you use, which is perfect for these, like even this one, I could have put another disc on there. See how there's a little bit of a gap? So if I put another disc or 2, it would flatten out a little bit better, maybe even 2. But I'm just saying, if you don't have 1-inch foam discs that are maybe 2/8 of an inch wide or something, these discs that you can do this just like this, and then to glue it, you just glue it all the way around. Now, like I said, this one here, I could probably even, let's try it. What the heck? What the heck? It's all experimental, and I'm just having fun trying to figure this out. It's no big deal. This is not a tutorial. It's just to see what else I could use. I think that might be too high with that extra piece in there. But it's pretty darn close. So maybe I don't even need to use like 3 discs in between or whatever. But all you have to do is glue it down. Now, I used, I was going to call it Terran tape. It's not Terran tape, but it's similar. Double-sided tape, there we go. Thank you, my brain, for waking up. Or you can use just regular glue and get it started. The thing is, this particular ribbon, the glue comes through, obviously, so I need a wet one to wipe my fingers here. And you just go all the way around and glue it down. And of course, cut off the excess. I don't need all of that. Anyway, and there you have, I mean, this one you can see through, so obviously you wouldn't want to use that for the top of your hat. But I also have some dies that I call these, oh, what do I call them? Lovely video tonight, isn't it? Just a lovely doily type that I cut out. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go get this. That I pre-cut a lot of these things in here. I don't know if I got them handy. Of course not, because I'm looking for them. I don't have them handy. But I've got different sizes. Here's another one. This one I've already put something on it. But I have different sizes. I think this is the largest one. And this is a good size. I think it's about maybe 2 1/4 inches. I think it's about 2 1/4 inches. And she decorates them. So go and check. She puts ribbon on and, you know, different kinds of, you know, I could probably put, well, no, this would be too big. This would be too big to put on a hat. I think this would be too big to put on a hat. But you never know. No, I wouldn't do that. But you could take little pieces of ribbon and bows and little ephemera, all kinds of cute little things, and make these hats. So I just wanted to show you kind of an alternative. If you have those discs, that's great. But if you don't, you can put flowers on here. I'm going through my junk is what I'm doing. This thing here, I'm going through this junky thing here just to see what I can put on. I mean, no. You don't want to do that. But I do have these paper bows. I mean, the ribbon bows are much better. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, you do it your way. I haven't got the patience tonight. But I just wanted to show you what you could do to make these hats without having those discs. And I'm sure, and that's to have a pattern around. You can use these, what I call these mini doily, or if you have a big, 2-hole punch, 3-hole punch, however big you want to make it. Let me just glue it onto here, just for the heck of it. Actually, let me use my hot glue. Squared it on there. Just put it on there in the center as best you can. And of course the glue is still wet around the ribbon, so it's all over my fingers. But again, you can decorate them, put little hearts, little ribbons. You can put ribbon around the outside. She just has some really cute ideas. And I love it when I find somebody new. I mean, maybe not new to you, but new to me. You could put the ribbon around it, let it sit out or something, or fold it, accordion fold it all the way around. Use all kinds of different things to make these cute little hats. And look, it's crooked. But anyway, so those are things I was playing around with. I was thinking, I'd love to make those little hats. So the day that I was kind of experimenting with all kinds of stuff and playing around with things, I thought those hats were so sweet with the, you know, you put the ribbon on there. I don't have any bows anywhere, but you can put the bow around it, decorate it with, you know, all kinds of things. And I just think those are really cute pieces. And that is what I was experimenting with. The other thing I was experimenting with, oh my God, I experiment so much. I was looking at these foam shapes, and the snowflakes, I think is what they're all called. And some of them are not, the white ones, I think. Yeah, these white ones. The pieces aren't all the way out. So I started poking them out. Let me get rid of some stuff here because it's, you know, being a nuisance. Okay, I started poking them out, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to throw them away because I could use these here. Let me just use your imagination with me here. You could make little flowers. I mean, I know they're a bit of a nuisance, but why throw away stuff when you can make little flowers out of these pieces? And these little tiny pieces, if you have, let me get something dark. If you happen to have like a snow scene and you wanted some dimension, you could use these little round things as snow. I know I'm being silly, I know, but you know, and then you've got a bit of a dimension. Can you, I don't know if you can see, let me turn it. Come on, turn it. Why is it not allowing me to do it? Anyway, so I decided I'm keeping all those teeny little pieces because why throw them out when you can use them, especially to make little flowers, like little dimensional flowers. And they're not adhesive. They don't have adhesive on the back. They're just foam all the way through. So you can play around with these and make flowers. I mean, that was the first thing I thought of was, oh my gosh, you could make some really cute flowers out of this without having to buy them or punch them out or whatever. And use a gem or something for the center, or a little flat back pearl, little mini ones, whatever. So that, you wonder what I get up to sometimes. Well, that's what I get up to. I start looking at videos and I look at things and I'm wondering, okay, I don't have that die and I don't have that equipment. I don't have that. So how can I make the same thing without having to go and buy special either dyes, pieces of material, you know, whatever. How can I do it? And that's what I came up with. And it would be something you'd have to experiment with. I think the thicker, I mean, you could use craft paper or whatever, really, really thick paper. This happened to be my watercolor paper, and I happened to have a little piece, so I punched out a bunch of holes, and voila, I've got the top of a hat. Now that one is higher than this one because I put that third. I only used 2 of the foam strips. I only used 2 in this one. I mean, there's 3 layers. There's 3 layers of these guys, these discs. There is 3 layers, but only 2 pop dots in between. And that I came up with this. And it was just to kind of, and I guess you can take a piece of ribbon and measure and just experiment with it. I mean, you know, and then you can make some cute hats. And if you don't happen to have this kind of die, you know, if you can, a circle punch, just punch out a circle. You can take fancy scissors if you happen to, or if you're good at it, you know, you can make this. You can fringe it. you know, with the edges. You can put paper and fringed paper on. Anyway, you can use your imagination. You can do whatever. But watch her video because they're so pretty. And I love the way she decorated them. And I love the way some of them are very plain and some of them are decorated. And I just think they're so adorable. So if you want to get more information on these little, how to make these hats, check out Wendy Lee Designs and Crafts here on YouTube. All right, guys, I'm going to check on Mom, and I'm going to, she's good. She's out for the light. She's had a pretty busy birthday day. We were out twice today, so she's a little bit exhausted. Well, thanks for joining me. Thanks for putting up with my silliness, but I enjoy making silly things. I enjoy watching other videos and then saying, how can I make that without those special dies? How can I do it? How can I play around? And that's exactly what I do sometimes. Instead of making something very specific, although this is very specific, it's really cute. I did do a few boo-boos on this, but nobody's going to care if they happen to see it. And I would like to put some white writing on here, some kind, or a stamp if I can find them. Half in my room, half out here. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.